Hey, Home Alone was the number one in the box office, and George W. Bush Sr., he was the President of the United States, the year 1990.
Home Alone.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Where's your mother?
My mom's in the car.
Where's your father?
He's at work.
What about your brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
Where do you live?
Can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because you're a stranger.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm so excited to talk to you today. I usually come here with my lovely wife, Christine. As you can see, she's not here, and then she thought, you have to go and have the video by yourself. That's what is gonna happen. So that's why I need you to stick around and stay with me. First of all, let's look at these numbers. December 10th, 1990. It was a Monday. December 10th, or actually, it was a Monday and the first day of my working career. December 10th, 2023, today, it's a Sunday. Between those two dates, we have 33 years, 0 months, and 0 days. My friends, today I am so happy to announce that I am retired from the corporate world. I decided to quit and to retire early. Exciting, isn't it? Yeah, I know. There are so many things that I wanted to talk to you about my career, but if you are watching this video, the chances are that you might also be considering retiring early. I'm gonna talk to you and I'm gonna divide this video in 4 parts. I'm gonna talk to you about the easy part, the difficult part, the reasons behind I decided to retire early, and I'm also going to give you some tools that you can use to make your decision, even though you might not be ready now, but you can start considering that. My name is Jean, and with my wife Christine, we have a channel, which is this YouTube channel, where we have been sharing our journey to financial independence. In 2024, we are going to be stop working and retiring early, so I already did. Christine, she cannot. She still has to stay for a few more months, but we are getting ready to retire early. Let's start the video and talk about the financial aspect, the easy part, as I usually say. You know how much money you make every month. You know your assets, you know your liabilities, you know your net worth. And you might know, if not, you should know how much you are gonna need to have in order to retire. How much is it gonna be, let's say, your budget for the year when you are not retiring anymore. If you don't know these numbers, don't you worry. I'm gonna give you some tools at the end. Stick around until the end of the video because we're gonna give you some tools where you can use as a reference. So, financial part of it, it's easy. But there's the difficult part, and this is the one that I wanted to spend some time with you. And they are really, really important. The first one is because you're gonna give up your identity. Who are you? Who am I? When I go and introduce myself to someone, hi, I am Jean. I work on this field and this is what I do. We always have that kind of conversation when we are introducing, to another person that you have never seen it before. When you retire, it's going to be different because they know, okay, who am I? What am I supposed to do? So that always comes here to your mindset and the things that you want to tell everybody who you are and what kind of stuff you need to do, right? The second one, think about this. You have been working for 10, 20, 30 years, in my case, 33 years. Every single day, I was giving up 8 to 10 hours, even sometimes even more hours per day to a company, and in return, I was receiving my money. So I knew that I was gonna be able to receive money for my skills, for my qualifications. But this is going to end. When you stop work and you are actually retired, you are taking those 8 and 10 hours back, and you need to decide what you wanted to do with those hours since you have them back. Think about that situation. Maybe if you have kids, you go to work for 8 or 10 hours every single day and you get home, you go and talk to your partner and you end up having dinner and doing things together. You might have spent 2 or 3 hours with your kids during the week, and usually over the weekend, you might have more time. Sometimes, and it happened to me on Monday, I also had to work. I was already thinking about what do I need to do next day. Going through my emails with cell phones and everything, I will use it to do this. And now this is actually changing. I don't have to do that anymore. Right? But the most important thing that I believe is the regular paycheck. We have run our scenarios quite a few times. If you look on previous videos, you can see, where we are. But we always say that our budget is going to be $60,000 per year in dividends and distribution. So we know that we are going to have $60,000 to use it. But it also means that the paycheck that we used to have, we are not going to have that anymore. And it's a big change because it's scary for us. And even people telling, oh, you guys are good, don't you worry about it. We are not going to have the paychecks anymore. And as a result, it keeps coming back to my mind. Am I ready? Are we ready? Do we need to work one more year or not? And finally, we made the decision that I'm not going to work anymore. It's unfortunate because Christine, she can't do it. She has to work a few more months, but we have a plan in place. So think about those considerations of who you are and what are some of the things that you need to do if you want to retire early. There's something else that I wanted to do, and I kind of decided to create something that is kind of more visual. I'm going to invite you to come with me to my laptop, where I'm going to share a few graphics with you that you also need to think about it and the reasons behind I decided to retire early at age 51 and why you might consider that as well. Stick around and give me a few seconds while I go to my laptop. What I'm going to share with you now is something quite personal that I have never shared before. Only my family knows what happened, but I feel like it's an obligation that I have to share with you. And one of the reasons why I have decided to stop working and retire early at age 51. The first thing to realize is 2 variables that we have in life: time and money. When you start your career, you have a lot of time and you have less money. But as the time passes by, you're going to have less and less time and more money, right? And here's what I have decided to do. What you can see on your screen, it's a representation of my life on Earth. And each square represents a year. So you can see from year 1 to year 100. And you can see where we split. This is where I started working at age 18. And each circle that you have in blue, those were the years that I have been working. During the first 50 years of my life, I lost my dad. I lost a son. His name is Brian. And that's one of the things that I realized, that over the next 30 years, 10, 20, 40, don't know when this is going to happen, I'm also going to lose my mom, right? So that's one of the reasons that I thought, you know what, we've had enough, and it's time for me to step down, and it's time for me to exchange and get the time back that I have it. Because the 8 to 10 hours that I was going to work every day, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm going to dedicate this time to family, to friends, to experience. And that's the main reason that I would say that I have decided to retire early. I know it feels weird to talk about this situation, and each situation I understand is different, but that's the reality that we have in life, and that's what happens to my life. And I thought that it will be something that I could finally share. Hey guys, here I am back again. Your situation might be different than mine. It's not might be, it's different than mine, and you know what is important to you or not. But that's my experience, and as always, we are transparent about our financial situation and things like this. I believe it's important to provide, a real example in life and what we have to go through. If I was able to make you think, I am satisfied, and that was my intent. I wanted to summarize some fun things about my career before going to the next topic, which are some tools that you might find it useful as well. I worked for 12 different companies, both on public and private sectors. The majority of them private sectors, actually. I was laid off twice. One time, it was just a few months after I've got my job. It was actually here in Canada. And I've been through that. I know the pain and how difficult it is. Not easy, but c'est la vie. And I also quit my job 3 times, and all of them because of either burnout, discrimination, and bullying. That's when I decided to stand up for myself, and that's when I decided to work for myself. I want to end this video and talk to you and share with you some of the resources that you might find useful and that I did use myself to make that decision to stop working and retiring early. First one are a few books. There are so many awesome books that you can take a look. Don't you worry about it. So there's going to be a link on the description of this video where we can find the books on Amazon. Second one, 3 spreadsheets that we use, like using myself as an example. We wanted to know how much you're going to be able to spend on retirement. That's how we got to $60,000. If you don't budget, please start at least tracking the numbers, which will help you decide how much you're going to need when you retire. So that's the first one. The second is the net worth updates. Every single month we come here and we share with you the net worth updates on our situation. It's only a tracking per se, but at least it helps you decide where you are in your life and what are some of the things that you're able to accomplish and see a progression from that. The third one is more towards dividend investing and also growth investing, which is the dividend strategy spreadsheet. We consider ourselves hybrid investors because we have dividends and ETFs in our portfolio. So that's the spreadsheet that we also use. All of them are free. Take a look on the links on the description and feel free to download them. And I also wanted to say thanks to my lovely wife, Christine, for allowing me to come up here and share a little bit about our lives and what happened in my career and on my personal life. So thank you for that. Love you. That was the first time that we released a video where I am here by myself. It's quite interesting because we always wanted to talk and, surprise each other. But thank you, Christine, for allowing me that. And also thanks to you for your comments, for your encouragement, and for your support. So I am grateful to being able to share something that is quite personal. If I might ask one question, feel free to share, ask a few questions in the comments below if you wanted to, more related to why I have decided to retire and stuff like that. But I think that's it. Thank you again for the opportunity. I hope that you're well. I hope that you are safe. And I will see you in our next video. Take care. Bye.